It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. And of course, Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed Roy Jones Jr. He won world title.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd,
and there's the bell for round one. That punch lands. A perfect counter shot. A perfect counter lands. They're giving us a high-tempo show. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight. The fans are on the edge of their seats.
this is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
That counter punch caught him clean. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Punch, counter punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't land that jab. Beautiful counter punch. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that. On to the second round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Holding nothing back here in the round. Just missed with that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light, concentrate.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Incredible work rate. And he blocks the left uppercut. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them.
Don't worry about it.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Swing and a miss with the jabs. Nice counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Looking to land the hook. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it...
Pensacola's finest is down. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, as we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Roy Jones in that last fight.
Get back out there and switch.
There's the bell for round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Just misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favor them, pickpocket them.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He misses with that jab. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Another scoring shot there. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one-sided... Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy...
is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is,
And down goes Jones Jr. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
a shot from the gods took him out.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them act.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that. There's the bell to start round 6. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And parries that left jab away. And he scores with the counter. It's all offense all the time. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the
Here we go. It's round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with the left hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good counter punching. And he did catch him. He caught it clean. Clean as a whistle. Beautiful counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave.
And we enter the 8th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can return them just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Trying to land that jab. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. Good punch. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
It'll be tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Falcor Bay? And hopefully, it's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time. Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes. Alexander.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoor? High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. He just misses with that jab. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Exchange punches. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Tom, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that doesn't look like...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is on to the second round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Bombs away. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he scores with the counter. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance.
On to the third. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the jab. Both men step back for just a moment. He threw a punch and just got countered. He misses with that straight left. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And this with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complete.
On to the fourth we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't want to trade shots. Those counter punches have to hurt. An uppercut does not score. Good counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
No rest for the weary. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Fantastic punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second, every minute.
On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That punch landed. Perfect counter lands. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in the guess.
There's a counter shot. Write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Good counter punching. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Nice counter. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Beautiful counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. About Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter... There's the bell to start round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How about that time counter shot? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Perfect counter shot. What a punch. like to see more jabs. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Misses with the straight left. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their...
And there's the bell for round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Insane action. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. No one wins, no one loses. This fight ends in a draw.
What a fight, what a battle. I'm exhausted watching it myself. And you know what? I'm happy it's a draw because nobody deserved to lose and nobody deserved to win. These guys put it on the line.